All right, so please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay? Okay? So exponents first. -4 squared means what? Not what it is, what does it mean? -4 times what? Do we agree with -4 times 4? Never. What does -4 squared mean? What does -4 squared mean? Nope. It's what? It's -4 times -4. And a negative times a negative is positive. 4 times 4 is 16. So this is 1 plus 3 times 5 minus 16. Okay, so we did the P, we did the E. Now we got the M and the D. Do we have any multiplications yet to do? Now, we've got 1. Oops. We've got 1 plus 3 times 5 is 15. Then minus 16. No more M's or D's. So now we got A and S, adding and subtracting. 1 plus 15 is 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. Fractions. What are my 3 words when we divide fractions? What do you got, Elijah? Close. Keep, change, flip. Yep. Yep. Keep, change, flip. So which one am I keeping? The first one. So it keeps 2/3. What am I changing? To multiply. And what am I flipping? No. So you're saying divide this one by 3. And that gets me 1. Divide this one by 3. And that gets me 2. Yeah. What if I gave the answer 12? Because that would have been without doing the way Adrian did it. What if I gave the answer 12 over 15? Still have to reduce. Okay? So 12 over 15 would be marked wrong. 4 over 5 is marked right. Okay? No idea why the Rangers Blackhawks score was up there, but okay. Ooh, simplifying this one. What do we do here? There's another one, yeah. That's because I had it hidden. I know, I'm the meanest. What do we do in this one? We distribute. What am I going to distribute? 3 over 2 has to go in there, and it has to go in there. Okay? So 3 over 2 times 6 is 6? No. How about we put 6x over 1? It's what? It's what? No, it's not. It's what? It's 9x, which is different, not the same thing. Okay? Okay? So this would be 18x over 2. We'll do this one a different way than what we did up there. So this one gets me 9x. Okay? Then we got to do 3 over 2 times 10 over 1. Which would be 30 over 2, which is 15. So we get 9x plus 15. Okay? Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay? Step 1, in solving, distribute. What does the distributing do? Gets rid of the parentheses. Okay? So distributing gets rid of parentheses. Step 2, clear fractions, because we want to make it easier on ourselves. Okay? And how do I clear fractions? Nope. How do I clear fractions? What am I going to multiply by in order to clear my fraction? What do I multiply by to clear my fraction? Literally in your notes from yesterday. All you got to do is take your paper, flip it over. Or, if it's in a 3-ring binder, you just got to look back 1 page. We're not combining like terms yet. We're still on step number 2. We multiply each term by the common denominator. Okay? So we're going to multiply each and every term, not just the terms with fractions on it. Every single term gets multiplied by the common denominator. Okay? Step 3. Now we can combine like terms. What makes a term like? What about them? Same variables and same exponents? Yep. Okay. Then we can add or subtract to clear those, and then lastly multiply or divide. In the end, we want our answer to be variable equals number, or number equals variable. Number 1. Oh yeah? All right. Okay. What's our denominators? Alex, gotta pick your head up. What's our denominators? 4 and 4 and 1 and 1. Okay, 4 goes into 8. So could I multiply every term by 8? Yes, I could. Okay, could I multiply every term by 10? No. Why not? 4 doesn't go in evenly into 10. Okay? But what's the smallest one that I could multiply by? 4. 4 is the smallest one. Okay? And so typically we go by the smallest one. Okay? But if you go by a larger one, that's fine. As long as all of your denominators evenly divide in. So I've got to multiply this term by 4, this term by 4, this term by 4, and that term by 4. Okay? Got to multiply all of those terms by 4. Okay? So let's deal with this first one first. H times 4. H times 4. 4H divided by 4. It's just H, because this is 4H over 4. So that just gives me H. Okay? 3 times 4. 12. Negative 5 times 4. 20. Do the same one, but do it a different way. 4, my red 4, divided by 4. That's just going to be 1 times H. H. Okay, so that's the two different ways that we can do that. We can either do the division first and then multiply, or we can multiply and then reduce our fraction. Okay? So now we've got an equation without any fractions in it. Do I have any like terms to combine? Any like terms to combine? No. Okay? So now I got to do my adding and subtractings. Which way do we want our variables to go? Variables to the left. How am I going to move my variables to the left? Add H. If my variables went left, my numbers go which way? To the right. How am I going to make them go to the right? Subtract 12 from both sides. Negative 20 minus 12. Negative 32. Divide both sides by 2. H equals negative 32 divided by 2. Nope. Negative 60. Okay? You now do numbers 2 and 3. So number 2's fraction is different because it's in that distributive spot. Okay? So I don't have to clear it yet. I got to follow my steps. The first step was I got to clear the parentheses. Okay? So 1/2 times 4x. 2x. Okay? 1/2 times 6. What? Negative 3 because it's a subtraction sign? Yep, exactly. So this becomes 2x minus 3 equals 3x minus 2. Okay? Which way do you want variables to go? Left or right? Which way? Right or right? Why do we want them to go to the right? Because what? It's a bigger number, okay? And then we don't have it. We can still go to the left, but then we would have a negative out in front. And we tend to forget that negative sign when it's out there. Okay? So let's go to the left with our variables. Go to the right with our variables. No. Might as well, Alex is doing it. Okay? So if my variables went to the right, then which way do my numbers go? They go to the left then. So what am I going to add? I'm going to add 2. Not add negative 2. That would be subtracting. Negative 1. Yeah? Everybody get that? Yeah. You probably don't remember me saying that there's many ways to go. Whatever you do first takes you down a different path. But we all end up at the same location. Okay. Step number 1. Do we have a step 1? Yeah, because we got a parentheses, right? So we got to clear the parentheses first. So I'm going to distribute 2 first. Step number 2, do I have fractions to clear? Yeah, so what am I going to multiply every single term by? Multiplying everything by 3. (3x times 3 is 3x. Divided by 3 is x. 4 times 3 is divided by 3. 2x times 3. 4 times 3. Which way do we want variables to go? Right? Because it's a bigger number over there. If the variables went right, that means the numbers go left. And lastly, divide by 5. Once again, by clearing the fractions in step number 2, that makes it easier for us to solve, but that doesn't mean we're always going to get nice whole number answers. We can still get fractional answers. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? If you didn't get a formative back, that means I never got a formative. So you need to turn that retina burning red page in. If you didn't get E1, E2, E3, or E4, actually, or E3 back, that means I haven't gotten them yet. Okay? So you need to turn those in. You also need to turn in E4. That one was due today.